Hey everyone, it's Crystal Marie Higgins. Good to see you again. So today we're going to do about a 10-minute flow to help you get more in your body, just like we did before. But this one is going to be a little bit more movement than we did before to help with the kind of busyness and franticness that can start to happen as you start to actually really engage in your marketing and you start to build plans. And it can be easy to get overwhelmed, we'll say that, with all of the stuff that needs to be done or all the things that you want to do. So this practice will help you get in the body stronger as we start to move and a little bit more relaxed too in the mind. So we're going to start in a goddess stance similar to that pose that we did before, heels in, toes out. You'll bend the knees and bring your arms out wide, so palms face forward. From here, you'll really lift through the chest and heart, and then on your exhale, you're going to draw your belly in and bring your forearms toward each other. And then inhale, open. So exhale, really pull everything in. Then inhale, open like you're pulling a weight. And then exhale again in. Last time, inhale, open. Exhale, draw it in. Then come up to standing. Bring your feet a little bit closer back together. Heel toe them. And we'll come to the top of our mat. Do a few sun salutations. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, meet the earth. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, come back, downward facing dog. Then inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, I like to bring my knees down, untuck the toes, and slowly lower, gaze forward. Then rise up, baby cobra. Especially if you practice a lot and teach a lot, don't force yourself to come too strongly into this. Press through the tops of your feet. And then forehead down, tuck the toes, and we'll lift up through plank. Heart open, all the way back, down dog. Pedal the feet back and forth. From here, bend the knees a lot, gaze forward, and step to the top of your mats. Rise up to stand, heart open, hands to the heart. From here, we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, meet the earth. Inhale, lift, heart open. Exhale, plant the hands back, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank, knees down, untuck the toes, lower yourself, rise up, heart opener, shoulders relax, tuck the toes, press up either through table or plank, back down dog, bend the knees, gaze forward, step to the top of your mat, folds, and then come up to stand, hands to the heart. From here, we'll step wide again on our mats and come into goddess stance just like we did before. Heels in, toes out, bend the knees, arms wide. From here, we're going to do just a little flow with goddess. So straighten the legs, hands to the hips. Take your right toes, your front foot, point it forward. Bend the knee and come into warrior two. Reach through the arms. From here, humble warrior. Interlace the hands at the low back, heart open, and we'll come wide on the inside edge. Then from here, all the way back up, warrior two. Straighten the legs, hands to the hips. We'll come to warrior two, second side. Nice and long, gaze forward. Humble warrior, do the opposite interlace. Important to relax the head. Then come all the way back up, warrior two. Feet forward, wide leg forward fold, hands at the ground, head and neck relaxes. Then hands at the hips, come all the way up to standing. Good, draw your heels in, toes out, bend the knees, goddess pose. Shake your hair a little bit if it's like mine, keeps on getting in the face, right? Allow the head and neck to extend up towards the sky. Palms face forward, and then come to standing, feet back together. And we'll come onto all fours on our mats. From here, you're going to tuck the toes and come into plank. So extend your legs back and exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Inhale, extend it back. Two more, exhale in. Inhale, extend. Last time, exhale in. Inhale, extend, press back, down dog, take a break. Relax the shoulders. Then inhale, forward plank. Left knee in and extend it back. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend it back. One more time. All the way back. And then press back onto your knees. Sit on your heels. Allow your eyes to close. A few breaths here. Flip your palms up to the sky, shoulders relax. Start to cool down the breath. And move into your ujjayi breath. Again, inhales and exhales through the nose. Allow it to feel spacious. Your jaw is relaxed. And slowly go ahead and open your eyes. All right, so we're gonna do just one more little baby flow next. We're gonna come onto all fours and draw your right foot forward. Now pivot your right toes at about 1 o'clock. Take your hands on the inside edge, and your left hand can even move off of your mat. And you take your back toes, tuck them under, and bring your back knee sort of back a little bit further. So we're gonna do hip circles. You're gonna take your right hip to the right, that foot can peel off of the ground, and then draw it forward. We'll do just a few on this side. If your hips are like mine, they feel a little bit kind of clunky in this pose, a little bit boxy. Even as teachers and wellness professionals, we can get kind of really tight in our hips. So from here, this pose can really help to break up that tension and that boxiness. And then draw the knee in and out. We're just switching and reversing the direction. The circles don't have to be huge, especially if this is challenging for you. And then back to center, hands on the mat, and come onto all fours. We'll do just one cow, and then one cat. Back to center, and take your left foot now a little bit wider, and hands on the inside. That right hand can even go off of the mat. And then the right toes tuck under, bring the back knee back a little. Sort of untuck the toes, and we'll do hip circles, second side. So from here, that foot, don't feel like you need to keep it planted, that left foot. It can kind of lift a little off of the ground. And make sure that you're breathing and reverse the direction of the hip circles. So we're getting just a little bit more fluidity and a little bit more movement into our hips. And then back to center, draw the belly in, and come onto all fours. One just cow, one cat. And then from here, we'll come onto our back. So scooch forward, make sure you've got plenty of room. We're gonna do just one little back bending series and lift. So walk your feet in, fingertips graze the heels, lift the hips up, heart open. Press through the feet, and we'll just stay here for a few breaths. Press down through the hands. If you're like me, I struggle with back bends. So make sure your legs are strong. And then breathe more from your belly. Slowly lower yourself down, and we'll come into happy baby pose. So make sure that your hands are at the shins, the feet inside or outside edges. You choose. I'll choose shins today, feeling a little tight. And you can just rock a little from side to side. Maybe allow your eyes to close. Just let go of the effort of that little mini flow that we just did. Let your breath start to cool you. And then come back to center. We're just gonna hold that happy baby for 5 breaths. Keep your feet nice and open. Let go of any heat or agitation in the mind. It can be so easy to get ungrounded. Even as yoga teachers or healers, we come to this profession sometimes to hope for a little bit more grounding that we're looking for. And we can get all busy and swept up in it all, dealing with the same things that we dealt with before. Then slowly draw your knees into your chest, open the eyes if they're closed, roll to one side, and press on up. So I'm going to show you how to set up just one last cooling pose. I highly encourage this pose at any point. If you're not familiar with it, legs up the wall. I'm going to use a blanket. You can use a bolster or a pillow, any sort of support. I like to bring it, a few inches from the wall, 2 to 4 inches. And then from here, you're going to just sit at the edge And then slowly just bring one hip down, forearm comes down, feet are kind of at the wall, it's a little awkward, and then slowly come all the way up with your legs up the wall. You can kind of scooch a little bit closer in and bring your arms to the sides, palms face up. So let your head and neck relax. You can move it from side to side. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. I encourage at least a minute or so. And let your legs get heavy. This pose is really good if you're just having a hard time relaxing when you're doing business stuff. I encourage this pose before you do any kind of intense work. Let your legs relax. Let go of effort and just allow yourself to be quiet here for these last few breaths. And when you're ready, there's no rush. You can stay longer if you'd like, but when you're ready, draw your knees in, roll to one side, and press on up. Go ahead and just find your seat, either on your mat or on your blankets here, and allow your eyes to close. Draw the low back in and up, shoulders soften away from the ears, and flip the palms up to the sky. So just take these last few breaths to acknowledge that regardless of whether you think that you have the capacity to do business stuff, to do marketing stuff, that all of these tools and techniques that we're learning are really just ways to help you grow your business in a way that's real and authentic. We're not trying to connect to something that's really outside of you. We're just tapping into the resources that you've got, the time that you've got, and the teachings and offerings that you're sharing with the world. We're just trying to unblock all of that so you can begin to attract your tribe even more and grow in the ways that you want to grow. So draw your hands into your heart, acknowledging your efforts both here in this little mini flow as well as on the computer, in your business, and open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. It's great to see you again. I'll see you in the digital world. Namaste.